Hey, Ron with Feb & Build. Welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to be building a mobile base for our drill press back here. Going to have probably 2-inch casters, 1.5, 2-inch casters. They don't have to be huge. I had a past viewer on one of my videos kind of let me know it'd been nice if I would have give links and dimensions and stuff like that. So I apologize if you're watching. And for anybody that agrees with that, and I do too, I agree with that. I should have thought through that and give the dimensions of the build and what I was doing and all of that stuff. So from now on, I'm going to make sure that I give that information. One of the other past videos that I did on the rain barrel station, I actually included a cut and material list with that. I'm going to try to be doing that with all the videos and the builds. So if I, by chance, don't mention a dimension on something, I'm going to have it in the material and cut list for you in the description down in the bottom. There will be a link to that as well. So anyway, we're going to get busy on this mobile base for this drill press. We'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my casters. I ran to town to get my casters real quick. I didn't have them. I planned on it. Anyway, so I picked these up at my local Cheapy Tool HF, Harbor Freight. We all know who they are. So anyway, for all the people that go in there and buy tools there, they ought to endorse everybody. So anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm putting this caster, I'm leaving it in about probably 3/16 to 1/4 of an inch in. 1/4 of an inch in from the edge of this plate. Then it's about another 3/16, and then the holes are right there. So leaving enough, I'm going to drill holes here. This is going to be where the caster sits. I'm going to have the outside edge. I'm going to have it capped off when I'm done. Actually, no, I probably won't. I'll put a plug in this, so I'm going to move this over a little bit so I can allow for a plug. Cap that in there. That way I can get to these bolts and nuts later. So I'm putting this in. So the edge of my wheel is coming in at about 5 inches. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to bring that in for a 1-inch plug, just in case that's what I have to go with. So there's that. That's right at 5. I'm going to leave a 1/4 of an inch of clearance so when this caster turns, it doesn't hit. So basically I am at, well, I'm actually at 5 3/8 right now. So 5 3/8 in on my first leg. To square across this, that's going to be my clearance for 5 3/8. Now, I'm going to get my 1-inch mark back up here. Put that across here. Put my plate back into place along that. Square that up just because we can. Alright, we're going to do that. Oh, that was real good, Ron. Lift and pull, that way you knock everything out of square. Okay, so now we're going to hold this real tight. I'll mark my holes for now. We'll measure the holes for the bolt size. They look like they're probably about 5/16 or thereabouts. One, two, three. Wow, 4, 5, 5/16. Okay, so 5/16 on the holes. I've got them all marked out. We're going to allow for a little bit, because the way I'm going to design this is the caster is going to sit under here. We're going to flip it over. It's going to be down. The frame is going to come in, clear the caster, drop down, and then cradle the whole entire press. So the drill press. So that's my thought pattern. We've got 3.5 to the top of the caster, so we're going to go down to 2.5. So 2.5 plus 1.5 inches is 4 inches, and that's where I was at before. Okay, so 11 3/16 plus 3 is 14 3/16. That's easy math. So we're going to take that 14 3/16 from here to the other long point. I'm going to take a file and knock that off there because it's kind of proud right now. So I'm going to get that done first. Kind of always a good idea when you're working with chop saws and cut saws and whatnot, that's keep that in mind. Knock off your proud edges because they can throw you off, as depending on the metal and the gauge. 1/8 to as much as 1/4, depending on what you're doing with it. There we go. Nice and flat. Now I like it. All right, so 14 3/16. Get my tape. $14 3/16 is that. All right, so I need to do this. All right, so I'll cut just this side of that line. Okay, same process. Deburr that edge. And we'll do another 14 3/16. Six and 15/16 to this line. I come back about 1/8 of an inch and then I put this here. Mark, put this here. Mark, put this here. Cut, cut, cut. When I set it back to 90, we'll come back and cut these off. Okay, so that actually that puts me dragging the floor. So I've got to shorten these. Okay, these right here that come down. I'm gonna have to take a little bit more off of these because as it is right now with this sitting here in the caster, this caster almost touches the table. So I'm not sure how I messed my math up on that, but the caster is just barely touching the table. So that's never going to move anywhere. I'll be dragging it. I'm already doing that. So shorten all of these by 1 inch, and then I'll come back and we will mock this back up again. That inch should bring me down. I know we're going to be good then. Okay, I'm going to bring you in here real quick. I want to show you this real fast. This is the result of getting in a hurry. Right here. I got in a hurry trying to feed this thing through here. I'm having to clamp this piece on because it's too small to be in the vise. So I have a block behind it, right? So this is my basically like if you had a stop on a fence. So this is your stop block or whatever. This is what that is right here. So this is my piece. I clamped it down. If I go too fast, it binds up, pulls this out, throw this up, kicks this out. You get into a big problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and slow down and try to cut this right. See what we got. I almost got myself in a bad situation real quick. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, please double check yourself before you do something, and always make sure you slow down. See, just like that. That is going to be a problem. Okay, I've got the blade off the saw, and I'm going to have to make a few phone calls. I'm not sure if anybody has one here locally. If so, I will, depending on what time they close, try to go run down today and get that. So if not, then I guess I'm ordering it and waiting 2-3 days. So anyway, let me show you what I'm talking about here. This is why we need not do the things I just did. So this is the carnage. So if you can see right here, those 3 teeth. So these are what all the teeth actually look like. And these are the 3 teeth. They're completely missing. These 2 are actually broke into the blade itself. I mean, they're cracked. This thing is trash. This is why right here, not only the missing teeth, but this one tooth is sticking out farther this way than the rest of this set. So that was giving me the, I don't know how well you can see that. Come on, camera. Anyway, there you go. So you can see how this one right here is pointed further down. That was actually hitting further over into the piece. That's why you saw that shiny spot. The blade was still going down into the slot, but that one tooth was hitting it and making that weird sound. So anyway, I will take care of this blade situation and we'll be back. See you in a bit. As you can see, I've got the head to my drill press door part. I've got the riser tube taken out. You see how cruddy and rusty this is. This thing is horrible. This is bad. This is the base. This is what the new part could look like. Right? Cleaned up a little bit, but this is what the old part looks like. This is kind of jumped out. This old stop bearing, which goes up here to stop the track, which goes up and down on here, which rides in here to raise this table up and down. So really not that many parts involved. We've got what, 5-6 parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The base. I forgot the base. The base is over here. So I was making the mobile base for that, the whole thing, and I got to really looking at this drill press and decided, you know, this thing is really kind of cruddy right now, so I think this is a good time for me to go ahead and pull it apart, get everything cleaned up, get everything put back together like it should be, and get this thing working like a jewel, like it's never worked since I've had it. So I bought it used off of somebody. It was already old when I got it. I like the older tools because if they're not completely worn out and you can still get parts for them that are worn out, they're fantastic machines. Last you a lifetime. So anyway, I'm going to be busy on this. I'm probably going to do some filming shots of it and whatnot. I'm not going to do a lot of talking because I'm going to be busy using the grinders, knocking off the rust, wearing the respirator and all of that. So I'm going to be busy with that, but I'm going to give you guys some shots of the progress of how this is going. So anyway, that's an added addition to this mobile base build. So we're going to rebuild the drill press at the same time. So anyway, we appreciate it and hope you guys enjoy this, and we're going to get back to it. See y'all in a bit.